let's say that there are these people that secretly run things. Then they've always run things.
Throughout history, men have been trying to conquer the world. From Alexander the Great to Napoleon to Hitler. If anyone thinks this time we live in is any different, I'd ask them. Which one of us is really crazy?
What's up, amazing people? It's me again. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to a compilation of creepy TikTok videos that are going to make you question reality. So without much ado, let's go straight to the video.
Now that I think about it, I definitely think Ellen DeGeneres was on some weird shit, specifically with little kids. Because I've always wondered why she'd have so many little kids on her show and have this weird energy with them. And I'm pretty sure a lot of other people have thought the same thing. And then when you start to look at the inside of her house, it starts to make sense, honestly. The pictures I'm showing you now are art pictures that are in her house. Like all of this weird ass art, evil thoughts, revenge, then this is what the like what in the actual and look at the hoodie. It's a person's face with red, and so now it actually starts to make sense. And hopefully it makes sense to you as well, because obviously these people be after children. And it's time we become more aware of this. Check this video out.
You tell Oprah this what's on her face?
She knows.
She knows.
She knows. There were a couple protesters about it because they are cells from baby foreskin.
Oh, baby folks.
Does that make sense?
Wait, you can sell me for how much? 100 million? Because of my kidneys,
Yes.
organs.
Fine. And your eyes also can sell.
But this has been happening for so long, right under our noses, and that is so creepy and weird.
Welcome back, members of the Creepy Facts Media Gang. Today I bring you a very disturbing video. This mother shown here is having a massive panic attack. She discovered about hundreds of bodies of children found in the back of an 18-wheeler truck. But this mother is now standing outside of a school, begging and pleading other mothers to take care of their children. She is also having another panic attack because she doesn't understand why everyone is acting so calm. This mother is obviously very, very, very emotional. She's trying to warn them that there's an 18-wheeler full of children corpses, but no one seems to care around her. This poor woman knew that the men that did this saw her, and they saw that she witnessed the bodies. This poor woman was found a few days later, chopped up into pieces inside of a luggage bag. This is very unfortunate. Those of you know that the cartel has business with the US government, and the biggest business in the United States is child trafficking and human trafficking. Please wake up and please know that this is real. This mother literally risked her life to inform other mothers. Take care of your children, save the children. God bless.
Wow, this is so sad that these things are going on, and it's even sadder that there's nothing she could have done about it. You know, you'll be safe out there.
Now, human cloning raises deep ethical concerns. There is virtually unanimous consensus in the scientific and medical communities that attempting to use known cloning techniques to actually create a human being is untested, unsafe, and morally unacceptable. 2 days ago, the Senate voted to take the time necessary to carefully craft a bill that will ban the cloning of human beings while preserving our ability to use cloning technology for morally acceptable and medically important purposes. Already, you have given us the scientific foundation for this debate. I thank you for that, and I urge you to continue to play an important role as the Senate and then the House considers this very significant issue. Our administration believes that there are loopholes that could allow the cloning of human beings if the technology were developed. Therefore, today I am issuing a directive that bans the use of any federal funds for any cloning of human beings. Effective immediately, no federal agency may support, fund, or undertake such activity. Of course, a great deal of research and activity in this area is supported by private funds. That is why I am urging the entire scientific and medical community, every foundation, every university, every industry that supports work in this area, to heed the federal government's example. I'm asking for a voluntary moratorium on the cloning of human beings until our Bioethics Advisory Commission and our entire nation have had a real chance to understand and debate the profound ethical implications of the latest advances.
Again. A hopeful society has institutions of science and medicine that do not cut ethical corners and that recognize the matchless value of every life. Tonight I ask you to pass legislation to prohibit the most egregious abuses of medical research, human cloning in all its forms, creating or implanting embryos for experiments, creating human-animal hybrids, and buying, selling, or patenting human embryos. Human life is a gift from our Creator, and that gift should never be discarded, devalued, or put up for sale.
We are, it seems, on the verge of possibly the most remarkable scientific breakthrough in human history, and the most controversial too. Within months, some scientists say they will have cloned a human baby. What was once thought impossible now seems unstoppable.
It's huge. It will change everything in our society. It's not only the scientific aspect of creating life, but also the political, religious belief, sociology, everything is. We are entering a new world which is completely different.
Nonetheless, in America, scientists are already cloning body parts. This is a human bladder, made of real-life human bladder cells. Even more extraordinary, scientists are already growing human clones. For ethical reasons, this American lab stops their growth at 14 days, just before the microscopic clones develop a spinal cord. But it would be very easy to go one step further and create a human. All scientists have to do is implant an embryonic clone into a woman's womb and let it grow full term. And that's exactly what the Raelians are planning. The first cloned human being you hope will be that from a baby who died.
Right, so this baby died about 2 years ago, and they had the chance to preserve the cell before the death, so we were able to get sampling that are useful, and so we hope to have this baby as the first cloned baby.
Professor Bosselier is protecting the identity of the parents involved, but says they are determined to recreate their dead child, whatever the cost.
I think inside of them they want to conceive the child again and go back to zero with that set of genes.
So they want to recreate
They want to have this child back.
But you can't really do that. You can get a baby that looks just like
It will looks like, yes.
But you will never actually get the dead child back.
So that's a kind of hypocrisy that many people ask this question. And they say, it will never be the same. So what is the problem if it was the same? You know, they cannot say at the same time, you are cloning, it's terrible, it's the same, it's against biodiversity. And at the same time say, it will not be the same. So there's no problem.
But the problem is for those people who think they are getting that
It will be the same. Physically, the hardware, if you like, will be the same.
I don't think anyone can tell you for certain that what looks normal at birth is going to be normal.
Do these clones have souls? Because that is weird. It's
Humans made to order, mothers giving birth to themselves, babies conceived just so their body parts can be transplanted. Come with me into the scary new world of cloning. The nightmarish stuff of science fiction has suddenly become a reality. The genie is out of the bottle, said scientists in Scotland earlier this year when they successfully cloned a sheep. And they weren't kidding. Using those same techniques, it's now possible to clone humans. What's more, there are doctors ready and able to do it.
The cloning issue. some of you all have no idea of what cloning is about. You can't comprehend or mustard what I'm getting ready to tell you. Okay? So enjoy the ride. But before I started, I just want to say this, and I hope that some of you guys with broad minds can gravitate to it, and those who can't, you're gonna do what you do anyway. Become a keyboard warrior. I don't give a fuck. Do whatever you feel. This particular show, it's gonna be like no other, because I'm gonna get right down. I'm gonna tell you some things that you probably gonna not believe, because most of y'all don't believe no way. It's gonna be a small percentage that grab it, and y'all gonna take it to the next level, which you should. Now see, this is why I need to talk about cloning, because some of y'all think cloning only exists in the entertainment world. That's not true. It has nothing to do with the industry. Why is cloning is needed? They started the cloning process in 1945. One of the reasons they killed JFK, because JFK decided we didn't need to clone humans, and they said, come on, Jay, stop BSing. And they saw that he was serious. It was two reasons why they killed JFK. He was against Vietnam. He felt like it was a useless war, and he found out that what they were cloning people, he wanted to expose the Illuminati, and they said, damn it, it's time for him to go. So if you think cloning only exists in the industry, they want anybody that can lead a people. Anytime somebody tell you they'll pay for your airfare because they want to battle you and they want you to be a part of this battling, don't you take that plane ticket, man. Because 9 times out of 10 when you get there, they're going to put something in your drink. You ain't going to remember shit, because when you wake up, you're going to be under hypnosis. You don't think the reptile is real? The reptile is very real. You don't think lizards from the demigods exist? The only way that these demigods can live, they have to get into human format, because their life as reptiles is only so long. They have to be able to be in a human format to live for a long time. And once they get in a human format, they clone that human over and over again. Did y'all know that Gaddafi is not dead? He was cloned? I told you. I got something for you tonight. I'm gonna lay it on you, because a lot of y'all think you want to hear some good stuff, but sometimes y'all just want entertainment. I'm not entertainment. I'm gonna give it to you from the hip. Yes, I'm humorous, because that's the way the Lord made us. We want to be able to give you some truth, but at the same time, have you have a little laughter behind it, but the truth stands alone. Behind all the BS and after the laughter, the truth still stands on its own. Their dialects in their eyes, their body movement, sometimes they get sluggish. They forget what they say. They contradict a lot of things they say. And you probably say, well, Yash, I don't get it. A lot of them don't have to, listen, if they think they didn't clone Malcolm X, by the way, but if they think you another Malcolm X, they're going to clone you first before they kill the first you. But there's nobody else powerful like Malcolm out here, man. You understand? So I'm just making a point where if you're a person that can move people and get shit started, and like I said, they have an interest in you. When they tell you we'll fly you out, we want to have a sit down with you, they're going to put something in your drink, your food, some type way. Even when they accidentally bump up against you, they have a needle that hit you. You don't even know what it was. It feel like a mosquito bite, but they just hit you with a needle, and then 5 minutes later you fall asleep. You don't even remember nothing. They just put a chip in your neck, man. Farrakhan is chipped. He got the same chipping process as Gaddafi. And I wouldn't be surprised if they clone Farrakhan and kill the real Farrakhan. And y'all probably say, well, Yash, that don't make sense. Why would they want to kill Farrakhan and keep, because they want to work his mind? The man is very intelligent. See, a lot of times they want to keep you alive just to pimp your brain. And when they put you under hypnosis and MLK and they can chip you, you totally submissive to them. Do you know when they put a chip in your body that they can go all the way back 30, 40 years and you can tell them things that you didn't want to tell them? This is how powerful their technology is.
Dirty is just to keep it dirty, 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 where we all come from.
And they put a chip in his body so they could monitor every move he made. And he knew it. They chipped.
Most
unconscious shit get the most airplay. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all?
The government.
Y'all and then run up on me talking about keep it real. Don't run up on me saying keep it real if you ain't supporting the real. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line.
The government brainwash our people with the mind control theory. That's what they do. So to make sure our people like it, they keep playing that same song. The same song keep playing, you start to like it. You start to get probed with it. You start to get cloned with it. So then for the clone exists, then it just takes over. It takes over the human body. It takes over the spirit. It takes over the soul.
No, see, because I want to make sure that everything I say is coming. Hey, can we get a...
In May 2003, ODB was finally released on parole.
You know, it's certain things I don't really want to go into that far, but you know, where it causes me to lead to think that somebody had put it on. You know what I mean? And he knows because we talked about this. You know what I mean? And then I remember days later, he just was never really acting the same no more.
You know, he did a lot of things in this world that was rare. I wouldn't be surprised if his name wasn't on the list. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if my name ain't on the list. You know what I mean? With the whole Wu-Tang. You know what I mean? You know, we different. And sometimes in this country, when you're different and you speak different, you stand out for something different, you stand up for yourself, they put you on the list. Dirty was that kind of man. He wanted real freedom. He expressed real freedom. So I don't doubt that somebody was on this case. I don't doubt that somebody was ever trying to hurt him. I don't doubt that people was watching him.
He used to say the police, the FBI is after him. They were trying to kill him. I believe it now.
It's not that he's crazy, but I'm saying the things that he says, it's like, damn, how you saying what you're saying?
I'm not crazy at all, okay? Everybody always saying that Dirty is crazy. Dirty is not crazy at all. Dirty just foresee a lot that a lot of people don't foresee.
How do you achieve that? Oh yeah, that's right. For 2 years he lived with me, and we probably talked on average over those 2 years 7 hours a day. Like really just training his brain to think like me. He could just do things without my input, without me having to constantly watch over him or give him advice. So for the first 6 months he didn't do anything. He just studied me and studied everything I cared about and how I spoke. And then the next 6 months he started taking on some responsibilities, and now he can just run the company. And I don't ever really have to check in on him. Like most of the decisions he makes are exactly what I would do. It just makes it where I don't have to be so involved in everything, because I just have these people I know will think like I will. So I can kind of almost be in multiple places at once.
About those reptilian shapeshifters that David Icke talks about, he's kind of got the story wrong. They're not dimensional at all. They're this dimension. And yeah, they're not spiritual, mystical, or anything. It's pretty sick. But I'll tell you about that in a second. First, I wanted to tell you about the cloning stuff. Okay? Now, human cloning, I have to tell you, it's been done since at the end of World War II. Okay? I'll tell you how they got it and the whole shebang. Like,
they will take an egg from a woman and remove its nucleus, the part which contains her DNA. They will be left with a hollow egg. Next, they will take a cell from the body of the adult who is to be cloned. It's from this cell that they will make a new human being, an identical genetic copy.
33rd degree Freemason knowledge. I'm probably going to die for this somewhere along the lines. It's not good. Okay. Picture this. I'm memory repressed about everything. Couldn't remember anything. I'm still getting side effects from this. I was memory repressed about the cloning stuff until I was 30 years old. They call it the awakening when they give you back the memories. Turns out they had me there since I was 5 years old. Okay? And my family is there, my family members and everything. And they said they're not going to lie on a lie detector test about it. It's pretty big. Like, they were going to kill me, they said. Thing is, the way that this cloning works, okay, there's two different kinds of cloning, and it confuses people. Now, there's replication cloning, where it comes up as a baby, right? Put the cells in, make the same person as a baby. Well, there's duplication cloning as well, where they grow you in a big, thick tank full of water. And Well, there's a few different grades of cloning. There's Mark 1 to 4 that I know of. And the problem I'm having is with the Mark 2. Thing is, Mark 1 was around at the end of the World War II, but it was a primitive clone, lots of side effects.
They have been doing this for so long now, and it's just so sad because now you can't differentiate between who is real and who is not real. Cloning has literally tampered with reality as we speak.
Reptilians. The reptilians are an ancient biblical race, and even Satan is a reptilian. This is why he is known as the serpent. Reptilians look like humanoid reptile-like beings, possessing slit pupils and ranging from green to white. The white-skinned reptilians are the highest class reptilians. I believe this is the kind of reptilian Satan was because he is regarded as a very high-class angelic reptilian, aka a serpent or dragon, and these white-skinned reptilians are known to have wings unlike the lower-class reptilians which don't have wings. Reptilians are an advanced class of angels that have shape-shifting abilities which they accomplish through either holographic technology or by means of vibrational hypnosis, in which they can manipulate the human mind to see them as a human being outwardly. Some of these beings even genetically alter themselves to appear more human. When these beings were sent to Earth, many believe they went underground in the inner Earth, while others believe that they are among us now in their shape-shifted human form manipulating society. Proof that these beings' shape-shifting abilities are biblical is because the Bible says that Satan can shapeshift into an angel of light. The reptilians are a part of a planned planet takeover known as the New World Order. This is a secret planned infiltration with the ultimate goal of controlling all of human society, which they will fail due to humans being protected by God and much more powerful angelic races that
If they have the ability to shapeshift, then definitely they are among us.
Okay, I came across this video today and I wanted to show it to you guys. It's a very strange video by the looks of it. It looks like these people could be in India, but the whole video is about this group of people finding these creatures and trying to capture them. I don't know what to think about this video, but I want you guys to tell me what you guys think. Of course, you guys are always right. If you like my content, don't forget to follow, like, and share. Let's check out the video.
पीछे से भी कुछ चमक रहा है यार, क्या है यार वो यार जानवर के पता नहीं, हिल ही नहीं रहा, वो एक ही जगह खड़ा है.
At first I thought that was just a human who is naked, but looking closely, it's not. That is the most weirdest, creepy thing I've seen. Maybe these are the kind of experiments that they've been done and then they release it to the public. Who knows? That is so weird. Let me know what you think on the comment section.
Hey, name man, how many kilometers away? What?
Like I mentioned, we have all been programmed to believe that there is no land at the North Pole. But by the end of this video, you're gonna realize not only is it home to the Mountain of God, it's also home to Paradise, the Garden of Eden, which includes a city full of angels that goes underground. So starting off, let me introduce you to Justin Trudeau. He is the Prime Minister of Canada, which in fact is very close to the North Pole. What I'm about to show you is an old clip of him in a room full of elites, talking about a trip that he took with his dad to the North Pole. Get ready.
Trip. I was going with my father and my grandpa Sinclair up to the North Pole. It's a very glamorous destination. I figured I was finally going to be let into the reason for the existence of this high security Arctic base. That was exactly right. We drove slowly through and past the buildings on a special top secret mission. And that's when I understood just how powerful and wonderful my Father was.
Now, do you think a bunch of ice sheets made him have that reaction? No, no, no. It's because he witnessed everything that I'm about to reveal to you. This was a letter written to the Queen Elizabeth I. She was the Queen of England in the 1500s. Let's read what it says here. In the midst of the 4 countries is a whirlpool, into which they empty these 4 indrawing seas which divide the North Pole. And the water rushes round and descends into the earth, just as if one were pouring it through a filter funnel. Sounds just like the maps that these explorers made in the 1500s. In the midst of the 4 countries, a whirlpool, and then 4 rivers coming out of it. Just like it says in the Bible. A river went out of Eden to water the garden, and from thence it was parted and became into 4 heads. Look, it says here, it passeth through the whole land of Ethiopia, which is Africa. So these rivers go around the whole world. Our oceans are giant rivers. The North Pole controls our tides, not the moon. And it's funny how after the 1500s, all the maps started looking like this. Unknown region. Even NASA satellites, look at those big black holes in the middle. Now, the big mountain in the middle, it is called the Rupes Nigra. Look here. This is straight off Wikipedia. Look what it says here. Rupes Nigra, it means black rock. It is a magnetic black rock mountain located at the North Pole. Except there, under the bright pole, there lies a bare rock in the midst of the sea. Its circumference is almost 33 French miles, and it is all of magnetic stone. Why do you think all the compasses point north? Because there's a giant magnet in the middle of our Earth, which is BlackRock. What's the largest investment company in the world? BlackRock. Now I'm about to prove all of this to be true. This right here is Richard E. Byrd. He was a naval officer who received the 2nd highest honor of valor given by the United States. So this guy is legit. And look what it says here. He was a polar explorer. And in his diary, To the Pole, he goes into complete detail about how he was let into this place by the angels who live there, taken underground, and given a message that he was supposed to deliver to the president, which...
And just by him saying high security, then that should be reason enough, you know? Because why would a continent with just ice have high security? It doesn't make sense, you know?
I'm gonna need y'all to download this video as soon as y'all get it, because y'all know how they do with my videos. But I need y'all to understand and understand what I'm telling y'all, okay? Overstand. Check this out. This is about the missing children in Maui. The elite, they talk in symbolism. You know how we talk in words back and forth? They don't like to get trapped up in things, so they talk with symbolism. So a lot of us, when we see images like Oprah and Dwayne Johnson, the elites see opera rock. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Opera. This is the queen of the show they put on. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Her name literally stands for the one who turned her back on her people. That's what opera means. That's what it stands for. Opera Winfrey. That's what her name says. The one who turned her back when she was free. That ought to let y'all know enough right there. Dwayne Johnson is AKA The Rock. What are the elite seeing? Y'all see a donation fund going up where she's like, oh, we're taking in donations to help the people of Maui. But let me break this down to y'all on how this works. They want us to think they're running a donation, but listen, they make too much money to even be asking for a donation. So it's all a smoke screen. What they are really doing is sending a signal to those P's of the world to let them know we have product. About a year ago, they found underground tunnels in Maui, 300 feet down. Don't take my word for it. Go research it. They found tunnels all throughout Maui that were 300 feet under the ground. Now listen to me closely. Maui, those islands are fully surrounded by water. 300 feet will get you out into the ocean, but 300 feet will not get you across the ocean. So that tells you that these tunnels begin on the island and end somewhere on the island. Understand what I'm telling y'all? On this island, there's a big rock there. You see where I'm going? Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. Y'all get where I'm going? There's a mountain range in Maui. A big rock. Guess who so happens to own almost 870 acres of land around that big rock? Yes, Oprah, the one who turned her back when free. Do y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Y'all don't believe me? I'm gonna show y'all what I saw in the spirit. Y'all can look it up. I ain't even got to go look it up. Y'all go check out the elementary school. Go check out some of the churches. Go check out some of the uniforms they wore. The majority of them were, guess what color? Blue. Dark blue, and specifically the shade of blue that we saw on the umbrellas that didn't get damaged. Now y'all putting the pieces together. You got a 300-foot underground tunnel throughout Maui. You have the queen of the opera, the one who turned her back when she was free. You have Dwayne, whose name means the wagon maker, who's also called The Rock. You have an underground tunnel 300 feet down. This is a rabbit hole that I normally don't go down, but I need to for the children. There's a trend with Oprah, the one who turned her back when she was free. She bought up a bunch of land, 870 acres in Maui, right before the fire. She's got a history of this. In 2017, she bought 70 acres of land in California. Guess when? Right after the wildfire. Then she turned around and bought more acres. Guess when? Right after a mudslide. These catastrophes and her land grabs are kind of going hand in hand. Y'all, to the people of Maui, if you're looking for your children, listen at me. If you are looking for your children, cut off your fear. I'm telling y'all, go to the mountain range. Y'all understand what I'm telling y'all? Everything we see her doing as far as funding is so laughable that everyone in the world knows, what would they need funding for? So now you have to sit back and ask yourself, what are they really doing? Because there's no way they think people would believe they need money. She's signaling to the elite that she has the product. Y'all understand? Y'all go look at the dress codes at Sacred Heart Elementary in Maui. Y'all go look at some of the clothes they're wearing on the Facebook pages. Y'all will start noticing that blue. Understand what I'm telling y'all? These tunnels do not go off of the island chain. Oprah owns 870 square miles around the mountain in Maui. Not just her, other celebrities. So ask yourself, are these celebrities coming to Maui to help people? Or are they coming to visit Oprah's property? This is going to be one of those things the people of Maui just going to have to say, screw it, go find out for yourself. I don't need no credit. Give the credit to the Most High. To the ones of y'all who brave. If you want to locate your children, go to this mountain range. Look for any entrances anywhere, even underneath the church.